In this video, I want to talk about configuring DVDs on your virtual machine. Now, I can hear some of you saying, wait a minute, what are you talking about configuring DVDs? Well, let's start at the beginning here and you'll see what I'm talking about. First of all, a virtual machine can utilize up to 4 IDE devices, up to 60 SCSI devices, and the devices can be either virtual disks, physical hard disks, DVD drives, CD-ROM drives, and then even the old floppy drive. Those things have become really rare the last few years. But the DVD drive especially is one we want to watch for because there's just a couple of little gotchas and a couple of things you need to be aware of. Now, one note about the DVD drive, there's a general rule, and that is that Workstation does not support playing DVD movies inside a virtual machine. So if you open a virtual machine, use the DVD drive from within that virtual machine and try to play a movie off of a DVD, chances are it's not going to work. Now, here's the exception. Some DVD player applications do not require video overlay support in the video card, and if that's the case, then the movie might play in the virtual machine. But for the most part, don't count on that happening. Now, when it comes to the DVD or the CD-ROM drive configuration, you can configure that either as IDE or SCSI, and it does not matter what the physical drive characteristics are. Now, you can just have to play with this and see which one you like best, if it helps the performance or whatever you're trying to do. Now, here's the thing I really want to talk about. When you're working with DVDs, you need to be aware of legacy emulation mode, and especially, I'm going to show you in just a few minutes how to turn this thing on and off because it's in kind of a bizarre place out there in the interface. Now, legacy emulation mode is really useful when standard direct communication between the guest operating system and the DVD or the CD-ROM drive causes problems. When you use legacy emulation mode, you can basically make it behave differently. Really, the operating system thinks it's acting differently. It's not using direct communication, and it will make sometimes the DVD or the CD-ROM work better. However, you're going to lose certain functionalities once you go into legacy emulation mode. For example, you can no longer read multi-session CDs. You can't perform digital audio extraction. You can't view videos of any kind, and you can't use CD or DVD writers to burn discs. So if you're looking for those things, legacy emulation mode is not going to help you. Now, one more thing about legacy emulation mode. If you've got multiple virtual machines that are going to be running at the same time and you're going to need legacy emulation mode on these machines, you will have to start each virtual machine with that drive disconnected, because we want to make sure that we prevent multiple virtual machines from being connected to a CD-ROM simultaneously. That's going to get very confusing, going to cause some problems, and it's just not going to work. Now, the way you get to legacy emulation mode, I'm going to show you in text and then go show you in the interface, because what you're going to read in text in the documentation out on the internet is this right here. You need to go to the virtual machine choice in the menu in Workstation, then choose Settings, and then on the Hardware tab choose Advanced, but it's not where you expect it to be, and I'll show you that in just a moment. Then you just simply choose Legacy Emulation, you click OK, and see if it takes care of whatever problem you're having using your DVD or your CD-ROM drive. Now let's jump out to Workstation. I want to show you what I'm talking about the little bit of weirdness here with the interface. So now here we are out in VMware Workstation, and notice that if I want to do legacy emulation mode on this, I will click on my machine, go to Virtual Machine in the menu, come down to Settings. Now notice on the Hardware tab, if I go to the drive and I'm looking for Advanced, well, it's not in the list here. If I go to Options tab, I see Advanced, but there's nothing here about legacy emulation. Here's the deal. I click on the Hardware tab, and in this instance, Advanced is all the way over here. We click on the Advanced button, and guess what? There is legacy emulation right there. And so you can see that I'm using my DVD as an IDE. I could change it to SCSI if I'd like. It does not matter what the actual physical drive is. The emulation will take care of that. But if I'm having trouble with my DVD or CD, come in here and turn this on, see if it corrects the problem. If it doesn't, make sure you turn it back off. But that's how to get out there and change legacy emulation mode on the drive. Make sure you understand, you got to click the drive, see, to get this setting, click Advanced, and there you go. Alright, so that's just a little bit about legacy emulation mode. This can save you some days when you can't get your CD-ROM or DVD to behave.